Are you a marketer falling behind in Google Ads AI features? Are you still treating Performance Max like it is a horribly frustrating black box? Well, in this video, we're going to teach you all of the pro tips, settings, and cheat codes that you need to unlock massive scale and valuable insights on Performance Max. And stick around to the end if you'd like to know why most of these strategies are so secretive in the first place. I am Matt, talking to the marketing industry's top talent from the world-class growth agency Jump 450. Today, we've got Google Ads expert and acquisition manager Eric Herzog. Eric, why don't you start right off by telling us about the pmax setting that controls where we are driving traffic?
So that's a key component to Performance Max. So I'm really glad you brought that up. So you can put in your final URL. However, buried within the settings of pmax, there is a setting called URL expansion. What that means is that let's say we're just driving to a PDP for a specific product. If you have that setting checked within pmax, it can actually drive users to any relevant URL on your site. That can become an issue because, let's say, for example, it is that PDP and that's our highest converting PDP. We want to make sure that all of our traffic is going there. If we have that URL setting in place, it can be driving traffic to blogs, to contact pages, to pages that are not built to actually convert, which can be detrimental to performance. We actually ran into a situation where for one of our clients that we scaled pmax to like 30K a day recently, where their top performing landing pages were these specific advertorials that they built out, which absolutely crushed it. But we had that URL expansion setting in place and we were seeing much lower conversion rates than what those advertorials had historically seen. We turned it off just because we wanted to test it. So we turned that off and immediately saw a boost in conversion rate, which just led to overall increases in performance and ultimately us getting up to 30K a day on pmax. That was a really notable learning experience for us and excited to share that little tidbit of info with our listeners.
So are you saying that what we want to do is go in and turn the expansion setting off?
Yeah, because then that way you can have more control over the landing pages that you're driving users to through pmax, which, at least in my experience, landing page optimization and testing is a pretty crucial step to just generating stronger performance. So knowing where you're driving traffic to and what levels of traffic are going to that landing page is a necessary piece to succeeding within pmax.
So Eric, I feel like all of these are great tips in terms of like how we can have a little bit more control over our pmax campaigns. Let's talk about how to monitor and optimize in pmax. I feel like we can really sort of get into what you and the team have kind of unlocked here in terms of extracting insights and pulling levers.
Yeah, no, I think this is going to be the most valuable part for our listeners as well, just because this is really, like you mentioned, how we've been able to unlock pmax, understand what it's doing, and ultimately help us scale pmax and make it a pretty vital channel for all of our clients across the Google ecosystem. So like we mentioned a couple times here, it is the pinnacle of automation. It is also that black box of insights. So within the Google Ad platform, you don't really get a ton of insight into what Performance Max is doing. You get your general metrics, impressions, clicks, spend, conversions, etc., but we don't know where those impressions are serving. And when we say throughout this portion, when we talk about where it's serving or placements or channels, that really just means which Google networks that the ads are serving on. So that's going to be search, display, video, Gmail, Google Maps. Just want to preface that because we will be getting into a little bit more technical aspects of placements and where things are spending. So Google does not tell you in platform how much spend is going to search versus shopping versus display, etc. So we have actually found a way to understand exactly what Performance Max is doing. So we can see how much spend is going to which placements, which creative assets are driving performance, which search terms are triggering ads, which products or asset groups are performing well. And this also helps us understand which areas need to be optimized and how we've been able to unlock performance through Performance Max. So how we do this is all through custom scripts that we have found that we implement into the platform that run daily. So these scripts are extremely insightful. They've been so valuable in not only helping us understand what PMax is doing for clients that are running Performance Max. But it's also been a way that we've been able to help sell clients that aren't running PMax on the opportunity and possibilities that Performance Max presents for them.
So great. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about these scripts? What does a script look like?
These scripts are custom JavaScript that get put into the scripts portion of tools and settings within the Google Ad platform. So it is all of this custom code that runs within the platform, and the output is presented into a Google Sheet. So when you're setting these up, one tip is to just make sure that the Google Sheet is available to edit by all. That way, the Google Ad platform can actually provide the output of that script in the sheet. So what we look at on these sheets, it gives you a fully comprehensive view of what Performance Max is doing. So from a high level, it tells you just overall account wise, it lists out all of your campaigns, shows how much spend is going to those different channels, search, shopping, display, YouTube. It also tells you the number of conversions from that channel and the conversion value, which if you're an e-commerce brand will be revenue. If it's lead generation, you might not have conversion value, or you've maybe assigned a value to specific conversion actions. So that's just at a high level. On the account tab, there will be sheets for specific campaigns, so you can see that same breakout for each individual campaign. It also provides the output in just a really fun and easy to read chart. So it gives you pie charts, bar graphs, line charts. It gives you tables that break out all of this. So it really just gives you all the tools to be able to analyze the performance data, slice and dice the performance data to pull actionable insights for clients, and then ultimately know how we want to optimize campaigns. So it doesn't just stop at the channel placements or what the campaigns are doing. It'll also give you the search terms performance. So that is something that's not available in the Google Ad platform. So it can only be pulled through these custom scripts and reports. And so it'll actually show you which search terms are triggering your ads across search. This has been huge for helping to grow non-brand search for clients that run PMax and non-brand search in tandem, because we're able to leverage that search term data from PMax, and we can see that a certain keyword is driving a lot of conversions. That's something that we haven't actually put into our non-brand campaigns. So we can use those search terms to influence what we're doing on non-brand search and just ultimately grow both of those channels simultaneously.
I just wanted to prompt you a little bit, because I think that something you've told me about previously is that you're also able to see how much money is spending per placement.
Yeah. So that all gets presented to you in these scripts.
And just to sort of clarify, these aren't like to gain all of these insights. This isn't just one script that you're putting in. So what's the difference between one script versus another script? How are you choosing which script to kind of enter in?
Yeah. So this one that I'm talking about is all coming from one script, actually. So we found this script that provides you all of these insights and an output. So it'll be a Google Sheet that has about, I think it's like 20, 25 tabs in it that go through all of this, but then it also gives you creative asset performance, video asset performance. It's really insightful what this script provides to you. The other thing too, to answer your question, you can have as many scripts as you'd like running within the Google Ad platform. So we have other scripts running for PMax that give us additional insights around shopping and product performance, for example.
This is obviously super valuable, having these scripts and getting all of these insights. Why is this not the way for everyone? Why is this, such a secret?
Yeah, I think people just don't know that this actually exists. It's something that we've found and really adopted and made it a staple part of our PMax service offering, just because it provides us with so much insight and information. But we had to find it. We had to go out of our way to actually hunt for something like this. So it was never, Google didn't just send out a email blast saying, hey, there's all this valuable performance information that you can gain through these custom scripts for PMax. So we had to go find it. And I just don't think a lot of people know that it's out there.
Why did Google not blast that out to everyone and let them know? Is there something that I'm missing here, that they wouldn't want people to be using these scripts?
I honestly don't have an answer for that. I've got my point of view that I think Google just continues to try to lean into their own AI and automated campaign types as much as possible. So it just puts more control in Google's hands, really, and less in the hands of advertisers.
If you are a marketer that is always looking for the newest and most innovative tactics and strategies available, then subscribe to the channel. We have got new videos coming out every week from the industry's top performers. And if you are interested in exploding your own digital growth, you can get in touch with Jump 450 in the link below in the description. That is www.jump450.com. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time.